on some layout ground. Got my field cultivator hooked on. Just kind of roughing up some ground. It's already plowed out pretty smooth. We've got some volunteer wheat coming up out here, some little thistles, got some cotton, just kind of miscellaneous weeds growing. So that's our intentions with running this field cultivator, just to bust up the crust and chop them out a little bit, or not chop them out, but plow them out, clean the ground back up. I'm just wanting to level out these fields, make sure they are for sure level, and next time we get a rain, we'll wait 4 or 5 days. I'll come in here and I'll spray it, and we'll plant them, and plant them back into a summer cover crop. But little plow's doing a good job. Kind of looks a little bit blowy maybe behind me, but kind of is what it is. It's just dry summer right now. Now there is some of these bigger weeds out here. This big kosher weed, kind of see them in the dust. Another big one. There's probably 10 out here in this particular pass. But I might just hop out and show y'all right up here kind of what we're after and what we're doing. So what we're after is these volunteer wheat out here. As you can see, there's just a little stalk. There's little bitty stalks like that one right in front of my finger there. And that's what we're trying to plow out. As you can tell, that plow is just busting up the ground, kind of busting the crust up, turning some of that under. Like you can see, this guy right here got plowed under. And that is just a volunteer stalk that, more than likely, that one little seed, I don't know if the camera will pick up that little seed right there, that germinated and grew that wheat. Plow looks really pretty. It's doing a good job. The other day we just had a ½ inch of rain here, and we've got weeds germinating in the dirt. They might not necessarily be out of the ground, but what this is doing is busting that crust up and essentially drying them out and killing them. So before they get too big and too deep rooted, this plow here will do a good job at cleaning up the soil. It's doing a pretty job behind me. It looks really nice. I really like this plow. It pulls really light. It's really easy to pull, especially when the dirt's kind of dry. But it's just essentially harrowing out this ground, making it flat and level, and packing it back down with those baskets on the back. And that'll leave a pretty seed bed if we choose to go in and plant this into a summer cover. We're plowing this time. The next time it rains, we're gonna spray it, because we already know that the ground is leveled out pretty and mellow, and then we'll plant it into a summer cover crop of hay grazer, maybe a milo blend. Hay grazer seems to fall over bad, but we'll let the freeze kill out that summer cover crop and let this ground sit idle through the winter, and this will go into cotton production next year. So along with plow and layout ground, every day, every morning, and every night, we go and we check water. We check pivots, check drips, check wells, 2 times a day, every day for the whole watering season. This year, we've been super blessed that we did not have to water really through planting season. We were receiving rain all through July. I think it's July 10th. We ended up starting all the water. So the water's been running 24/7 since July 10th, unless there's obviously a failure with the pivot or a well or something. But all the systems on all my farms have been running since the 10th. So I'm standing here at this pivot, just kind of checking on it, looking at the crop, and I thought I might show y'all the water coming out of the hoses. So the hoses here emit water. There's a drop hose every 80 inches. So there's a hose there and a hose there. And those hoses fall right down within our row pattern and water right in between the narrow rows. So this kind of comes back to a lot of questions that people have asked of why are we on such a funny row pattern? And the row pattern is funny because our whole system's set up for 80-inch centers. So we planted on a 50-30 pattern, put a 30-inch row and a 50-inch row, and that way we can help shade over this row where the water's going. So in the summer, like right now when it's super hot, what we're trying to do is canopy over this row, and that way we have less evaporation to our water, and that way we're more efficient with where we put our water, and our plants can utilize it better, and we lose less water to the hot sunshine and just hot, dry air.